Hi and welcome to another episode of Hereford FC here on Vanilla FM, and today we're going to take a look at the winter transfers for the 29-30 season. So we are about to play the Carabao Cup second leg as well for the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We won the first leg 2-1 against Leeds, and now we're playing away for the second leg. But before we get into that match, we're going to first of all take a look at our sponsored Nugent. So if you don't know what the sponsored Nugents are about, if you head over to Patreon, everything's explained there. But essentially, when you subscribe, you get assigned a Nugent of the current squad. Eventually, the Nugents move on to different lives. So this guy has moved on to Bristol, and he's doing quite well. So he's... what is he? The defender left and striker. I would still quite to have him in my squad, but he's very expensive for us. He's a couple of million, more than a couple of million, maybe even double-digit millions, so like in the tens of millions. But okay, so we can't have him anymore, not at the moment anyway. So Sam Robsman is at the moment in Bristol on loan from Newcastle. So that's where he is at the moment. He's having a better season than with us, and he's playing in the same league as us. So we probably faced him at some point in the season. Our current squad, then, let's have a look. We have one new goalkeeper. His name is Tommy Simkin. We have him on a permanent deal over from Stoke, and he's a pretty decent player, really well-rounded overall. I think he might eventually take over as main goalkeeper. We still have David Harrington. I actually was going to sell him, which is why he's unhappy, but I decided against him in the end. We essentially couldn't get the goalkeeper that I was going to bring in, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's okay. But yeah, so we still have David Harrington about. We sent back the American Ethan Wadey, and we got Tommy on a permanent loan. On the right side of the fence, we still have Cathal Efferman. He's doing really well, and I think he'll continue there for a while. This is David and how he's progressed. And then we have on loan also, and I've just realised I played him in the wrong position here, Alfie McElroy, and he'll go back to his club, probably not come back. We'll see next season. Then on the left side of the fence we have Joe Johnson, that we got recently, not in this transfer window. And we also have Alex Murphy. Where is he? There he is. Alex Murphy, who we also got recently in the previous transfer window. So a year ago exactly. So that's the wings. Then in the central defence, we still have currently on arrest Silver Ezu, Italian player. He's our star centre-back, essentially, and he does really well. But he's currently resting at the moment. And Michael De Candia, who's been with us for a long time now. Oh, I thought he had been with us for longer. I guess he came and then went back. For some reason... Oh wait, is this the player that we brought back this transfer window? Or did he come back in the summer? He must have come back in the summer because he's got 29 appearances. Okay. Yeah, so we brought him back. This transfer window, we didn't get any centre-backs. The other centre-back is Leon Kelly-Quinn, also has been with us for a few seasons now. No changes. And Andy Jones as well. No changes there. So that's from earlier in the season. So no changes then for centre-backs or any other defensive positions except for the goalkeeper, the new goalkeeper. Then defensive midfield, we have one change and more news. So the one change is actually a return to the club of Jeremiah Sinclair Brown. He went away for a few seasons to play for Scunthorpe, lower down in the divisions, and now he's developed enough for us to bring him back. So we had to pay for him. We had him on loan before, so that's okay. But that does mean that our Nugent homegrown talent has been sold. Well, more on that later. It wasn't a good deal, if I'm honest. Then Eddie Fox, he's going to come permanently to us at the end of the season. So he's currently on loan, but we're going to get him at the end of the season on a permanent deal. So that is the other news, but no new players as such. Then on the left side of attack, the right side of attack is where we have all the new players. So we have, first of all, Owen, Eldon, brand new to the club, kind of a middle ground, not amazing, but he's going to do okay. Then on loan, we have quite a good player. Didn't do so well for his starting match, but as you can see, from PSG, from Brazil before, and he played 5 matches. For what? For the league. 5 matches, 5 goals, 1 assist, 2 players of the match. So he's doing great in the French league, even though it's sort of fictitious because we're not simulating that. So he's going to play on the right side for us, not as a striker. I don't know how comfortable he is. His opening match wasn't great, but it might just be him getting used to everything. But yeah, he's quite a good player, and I'm hoping to make use of him. He's only 19 years old. Obviously, we'll only have him for half a season because he's on loan, so quite an expensive player. But that's the kind of player that I want to bring in next year. So starting to bring in some good talent for the Premier League, because we are on course to get promoted, and we're currently at the top of the league with a big points difference. On the left side, I basically just reorganized things. So I put Owen on this, Torin, back to the left side. That's where he originally played for us many years ago. And we still have Noah as well, who's a very good player for that left side as well. And we released Fowl, finally, even though he was doing quite well. So he went out really well, Fowl. Let's see where he went, actually. Whoops, not Fowl. He hasn't gone anywhere yet. But he did quite well. He had 5 goals, quite a decent average rating. So even though he only had like a 1-star rating, he was still doing really well. I think the team that he was playing with helped as well. So he's got he should be quite proud of his time with us, because he went out on a high rather than on a low. It was quite difficult. I was debating either releasing Fowl or Torin. But Torin just about edges. He's got slightly fewer appearances and slightly more goals and assists, so just about edges. He's also a lot younger, so he's got still potentially some room to grow, even though realistically not really. So he'll probably go next year. Then striker-wise, we have one new striker. We still have Louis Bradbury, as he was sort of our second striker or main striker, but then Ademola started challenging for that main striker position, and he has gotten there, I think, with 16 goals in 15 starting appearances. So these two were battling out, and definitely Ademola has won this year. Then we had sort of on the bench, we had Jeffrey Simmons, but we sold Simon, our Italian striker, the older striker that we brought in, because he wasn't really, he was great. He was playing well, he was getting good average ratings, but he was shooting a lot and not producing goals. So we'll look at him in a minute. So I thought, let's bring in someone else. So we got this Portuguese young striker Very promising young striker. He has played 4 matches so far for us, scoring 2 goals across those. Actually, it's 5 matches really with the FA Cup, and I guess he's got some Carabao Cup as well. Yeah, so 6 matches, 3 goals. So he's done quite well. Let's look at the outgoing transfers. So if we go to recruitment history, so who did we sell outright in the winter? We sold Simon Cattermole. So he's our homegrown talent. It wasn't a very good deal really. We sold him only for a couple of K, 14 and 15K. But to be honest, we were going to lose him. So actually what happened is that he accepted a contract for the end of his contract, and I just thought, well, we might as well sell him then, and this is the most that I could get for him from this small club. I'm going to say small club. I'm not sure if it is a small club. I've just never heard of it. It might be a big club in Ireland. Apologies if it is. So he's gone off to Ireland to play. There we sold Simon Mazzocchi back to... this sounds like... yeah, it is Germany. So he went back to Germany, Bundesliga 2. And we definitely lost money in this. We got about a fifth of what we paid for him originally. But he wasn't really producing that much. And then... oh yeah, we also sold right winger, attacking midfield right, Wills Dixon, so he made way for Leandro Matias. We sold him to Blackpool. Oh, we haven't. We've loaned him out to Blackpool. So he might be back in the future. He might not. I'm pretty sure we also released, so if you look at releases... yeah, we released. We already spoke about him, so that's okay. Right, so those are all of the transfers. Finance-wise, we're not doing brilliantly. We're a couple of million in the red. I think the main thing for us is just how much we spent, just generally on the youth setup combined with player wages and obviously the transfer, but that kind of offsets itself. But yeah, the youth setup is quite expensive. If I look at income, the main source of income is season tickets, and then after that, nothing else matches really. We sold nearly 2 million worth of players, and then TV revenue and gates, another 2 million each. So we need, basically just need to make a good sale like we did last year. But yeah, budget-wise, I've went with, because of all the expensive loan for Leandro Matias, I went with wage budget heavy. But if I put it back to this, then we still had about 800k left in the bank, give or take. So not bad, but yeah, not brilliant either. Okay, let's go to the match. I just realized I need to change this guy across to someone else. So let's see who we have. Ezra or these two. Yeah, I think this one. And that will do, I think. Let me save it. The game doesn't crash anymore, but it's just a habit now. And we're going to play the second leg of the Carabao Cup. Oh, by the way, I have been given a new contract, and with my new contract, this is the house that I'm moving to. I'm talking fictitiously, not in real life. This is if I actually earn the money that they are paying me in Hereford, which I think is $2,500 a week. Now, oh, it's snowing. Yeah, so I would be able to be living in a place sort of like this. So that's nice to look at when I ever get new contracts. Try to imagine where I could live in Hereford. So here we have, it's not heavy snow. I actually haven't seen a snowy pitch since when I played the beta. I've seen snowflakes falling, but never a snowy pitch. I don't know if maybe that got broken somehow since the release of the full game. But you used to be able to see the snowy pitch, and that was better than before, to be fair. But now you can see the snowflakes falling, but there's no actual. It might be because I have underground heating, and I doubt it. We haven't upgraded the stadium, so yeah, we're playing at home. We don't have underground heating. We should have a snowy pitch, really, unless it's not heavy snow. That was quite an optimistic shot. Yeah, so how are we doing? We're doing okay. I think we're still in the FA Cup, although I can't quite remember, to be fair. I'm not playing the game as often as before. You probably will have noticed I'm releasing videos now every 2 weeks. So I'm still releasing every week on my other channel, the Women's Journey save. That is on Football Manage Her. That's the name of the channel. You can find the channel somewhere on the description, in the description. But here in the Hereford save, because it just takes so long to get through the game, because I don't play it as often as previous versions of the game, I've decided to go down to 2 every 2 weeks, so every fortnight on a Wednesday. And then for my other save in the other channel every week on a Wednesday. So what else can I tell you? I can tell you that apparently the board is exploring the idea of building a new stadium, but I'm not sure how they're going to be able to afford it. But I have received a news item where the board is saying they're in discussions and they're going to make a decision later in the season. So we'll see how that goes. I think they would have to come with external investment or a big loan. Because we obviously don't have the money right now for something like that. Right. Address the team. Let's go score some goals. Let's start the second half, save the subs for then. This happens more often than I would like, where from the kickoff, the ball just goes out. They kick it off to the sideline and it just goes out. And it seems to catch the other players off guard. And that is such a rugby move. I don't understand how that is, like, half of the time that's what you get from a kickoff in FM, and in real life that would happen very rarely. That just wouldn't happen very often at all. I'm trying to remember if we ever went to the final of the Carabao. My guess is no. I don't remember ever playing a two-legged knockout stage. We're coming up to substitution time now. So, let's have a look. Who's not doing so well? Get nowhere on the pitch. And Lucas, see what he's got to do today. His starting match was not good, but that might be different today. And also, it's the first time he's playing at home, I think, so that might help get to know the fans a bit. And we're gonna get Lamona in as well. And I think that's it. Everyone else seems to be playing pretty well. I know this guy's on the yellow cards, but I trust him not to go over the line. Now, the issue with Leander as well is that he's not very comfortable in the position that I'm playing him in. Even though he's got a 4-star rating overall, he's only got like a 1-star or a half-star rating for that position that he's playing in. So I'll have to maybe look into his training to see if I can train him better in that position. But I'll take that. So it's a draw, no goals, sadly. But we still get through. I'm happy with the tie. We won the first leg. We got the job done. Alright, let's see. We get 25k. I think it's our first time. Let's suggest resting him. Okay, so let me just quickly go into fixtures. Last year, we didn't even play in the Carabao Cup last year, did we? No. Okay, so we've never been so far because we've never played in it. Great. Okay, so we've been through. We are still in the FA Cup, are we? Or did we get kicked out a long time ago? It looks like we've been kicked out. I actually haven't got any FA Cup. Oh, we haven't entered. No, okay, we played one round against Wolves. We're going to play the next round against Bournemouth. So we are still in the FA Cup, but we've just started, essentially. Okay. There we go. I remember now. I remember. Alright then, so that takes us to the end of the episode. Thanks so much for watching until the end. And if you'd like to support the channel, like, subscribe, and you can also check out Patreon to try to sponsor a new gym as well. That would be great. Or just to follow. You don't have to subscribe, obviously. Or become a patron. You can just follow along as a non-pay member, and that way you'll see the sporadic sort of news that I put on there as well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.